My name is Dr. Kular and I am from Chandigarh.
Hi, I am Avinash. I am from Vizag, Andhra Pradesh.
Hi, my name is Jaspreet. I am 16 years old. I am from Chandigarh.
Hi, I am Gagan. I am from Bangalore.
Hi, my name is Vaibhav Kaushik and I am from Delhi.
My name is Dr. Bagh Singh Kenwal, Gaon Pagnawa, Jila Kathal, Haryana.
So my name is Saurabh and I am a software engineer.
Hello, my name is Yatisha and I'm a software developer working in Gurgaon.
Hello everyone, I am Vijay Ganwani. I am a system architect.
My name is Jugal Dhimar. I am from Surat, Gujarat.
I am Professor Desh Dhankar. I live in Panchkula.
My name is Saurav. I'm from Noida. I work in IT as a database architect.
Hi, my name is Achit and I'm 16 years old. I'm from Chandigarh and I have joined this group Cyclist India for MANALI Leh Khardungla tour.
This ride which I want to start has been in my mind for the last couple of years, and I never got a good platform or a way to go about this till I found CAI.
I have been cycling since my childhood, but more recently in April this year I started cycling as a hobby, and I wanted to do this Manali Leh Khardungla expedition because I was looking forward for a challenge.
This was one thing that had been a dream for me for past maybe a decade now, because I enjoy cycling but never planned to put this action plan. I mean, basically trying to attempt Manali to Leh cycling. I think I'm looking forward to this particular adventure. Let's see how much I'm able to cope up.
I love doing adventure, so that's why I'm here to challenge myself, to check my limitations.
I had a dream, a long cherished dream of cycling from Manali to Leh.
I have come here to do the Manali Leh Khardungla cycling. I wanted to complete this cycling program anyhow this year.
I will try to give my best. I am here to do all the passes. I will try to give as much energy I had.
Definitely it is one of the most demanding activity related to the adventure in this country, I believe.
It is not an easy one. I understand it's a really difficult ride, and this challenge, I personally thought that by the age of mine, which is like 59, 60, I should do it right now. If it's not now, it would be never.
We've started by 10:30 and it was very good. I've never thought that it would be this great.
I think थोड़ा सा starting day का वो रहता है hiccups, जिसमें arrangements और you get to know people, and otherwise after we started it was really nice. So I mean initially जो city वाला जो portion था, you know, तो वो cross करने के बाद जब हम लोग एकदम अलूफ एरिया में आए जहाँ पे ट्रैफिक बहुत कम था, एंड इट लुक्ड कम्प्लीटली लाइक स्विट्जरलैंड में आप राइड कर रहे हो. इट वाज नाइस, लश ग्रीन एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स वर एब्सोल्युटली ब्यूटीफुल.
आज हमें जो लगा था कि राइड बहुत इजी होगी, वी हैड अ इम्प्रेशन लाइक इट विल बी अ वेरी रिलैक्सिंग राइड, बट इट वाज नॉट अ केस.
We started and we went on, and everything is going good.
So till Palchan it went good, and after that rain started, so we stopped there for an hour and वहाँ पे काफ़ी time लग गया. Then after when we started climb for after Palchan for Kothi,
And it was quite a bit of incline, which was not tiring that much, but after Gulaba it was quite tiring, and the scenic was damn beautiful.
Basically mountains were the greatest motivator for me, and I've enjoyed it like hell.
There were couple of hard times. कुछ लोगों की बाइक में प्रॉब्लम आई, we were together as a team, and we just put it up together and then started riding again.
And in our team members, the guys are so highly charged up कि like ये लोग हमको काफ़ी support कर रहे थे. Even when I'm stopped somewhere, they were saying, yeah, you can do it and all. And like the team with us is really helpful, and they motivate us a lot.
So I think at the last lap, we were just 1.5 kilometers far from the destination, from the finish line. So we all decided now we won't stop. We will stop at the finish line itself. So we all started together and came to the finish line together. So yeah.
तो आज हम मड़ी में रुके हुए हैं. तो मड़ी तक लगभग बारिश का ही दिन था सारा. तो बारिश में ही राइड करते रहे हैं.
Finally, थोड़ा सा लेट पहुँचे, but within day time we reached there, and I think it was a really nice ride. हमको पहाड़ समझने में आया और पहाड़ को हम समझ में आ गए.
राइड जो एलिवेशन थी एक आगे की ट्रिप के लिए हमें तैयार करने के लिए थी कि आगे कैसे रूट होंगे सब के लिए, ताकि हम एक वो हो जाए, आदत हो जाए हमें आगे कैसे राइड करना है.
Tomorrow we are going for Rohtang. Hope tomorrow will be a good decent climb.
Nice.
लगता है बर्फ पड़ेगी. It's really nice.
सारी थकान खत्म हो गई.
कोई नहीं, फोन वापस कर देना.
So कल के लिए जसप्रीत will be our leader. So जसप्रीत will take us on the lead. कल आगेगा. कल का ट्रैक आपके लिए 12 किलोमीटर का क्लाइम है, हार्डली 13-14 किलोमीटर का. अभी हम बैठे 11,000 के आसपास, कल हम टच करेंगे 13,900. और उसके बाद once we touch रोहतांग के बाद हमें डाउन आना है कोक्सर में कल हम लंच करेंगे. So कोक्सर will be flatly getting you speed पे, you will be touching back again 9,800.
Today's ride was from Mari to Sisu, and it was supposed to start at 6 a.m. in the morning. We were all ready for it, but when we wake up, so it was raining like anything. So we waited for say hour, 2 hours.
But the nature played its own game, and we had to wait. And we started somewhere around 10:30 in the morning, and it was still raining. And what's great about this group is that they were all so enthusiastic. They didn't bother about the rain, and they all started all positively towards the last ride to the top of the mountain. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all for all of us who are novices.
Then we took, I think, halts.
We took a good halt. I think we had good support, and there was continuous backup vehicle, and yeah, there was no scare. I mean, in the sense that okay, what about being left out or something like that? So we were comfortable, but yeah, as a body was taking a lot of toll because of the cold and being wet and being on that altitude. It was getting close to sub-zero temperatures for us because of the wind chill factor.
This is the first time that I am riding in this type of terrain, and particularly all the loops were quite challenging. Also, when we were approaching the Rohtang Pass, I felt that the loops were increasing because I was just wondering when it will come.
We have a big range of people who are very young to quite old. I am 60 years old. We have another person who's 65. We have a lady in the group. But wow, what kind of group we are. We all made it to the top, but on the way it was quite excruciating. We had no clue that the slopes are so, the inclination is so high.
So up to Rohtang, which was a tough ride, we were more confident to complete it, and we completed it. All of us, all the riders, made it to Rohtang Pass. Although we were shivering with cold, and the organizers, they provided us instant hot coffee there. We had a group photograph in front of the first pass that we crossed. It's a dream pass, it's very unpredictable, and rather it's a killer pass.
Was one of the murderous rides that I ever had. I can't even say it's not difficult at all. Very murderous.
चैलेंजिंग है, बारिश मजा आ रहा है, चारों को भी लग रहा है, लेकिन अब हम खरदुंगा पास में ही रुकेंगे, ऐसे रुकेंगे हारेंगे, एंड तक जाएंगे.
It was so amazing. It was a kind of exhilarating experience, you know, after to be at the top of the world and to experience that you have pushed yourself beyond your limits, and that was a very great feeling.
I, along with my friends, thought that there will be a very good downward slope and we will enjoy it.
We never knew that the downhill part would be sort of more difficult than coming uphill. You know, when you come uphill, you're pushing yourself. The cold doesn't matter because your body is heated.
It was quite downhill. Whatever the height we had gained in 2 days, we were going to lose it. It was very difficult to keep the speed of the bicycle, especially at the sharp turns, hairpin turns, under control.
As children, we always wanted to have a slope where we could, you know, push our cycle down, and we never had more than 10 or 15 feet of a slope in our lives. And today, we got a slope which would take us for half an hour down at speeds where you could, I mean, it's basically to manage your bike, but speeds even in excess of 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. It was so exhilarating, though we were freezing because we were all wet. But I was watching all my group friends. I mean, nobody complained and they all wanted to make it.
The roads were wet. We are coming down at really high speeds. It's all the way down. And at those speeds, you cannot take a risk of braking hard on the wet surface. And then everything was wet. So the wind chill was so strong that we actually, everything started, knees getting stuffed. Because when you are going up, it's like you're working out. Everything is working out. Your body stays a little warm. But when you're going down, there is no workout. And that was becoming a hard part for us actually.
And the best part was the time we reached for our lunch, there was steaming rice and rajma. Shit, that was so amazing that you were still cold, we were shivering, and then we had the hottest food, the most wonderful food. It's not that probably it's so tasty, it's the situation in which, you know, we reached, and the food was so amazing. We gathered our heat, we gathered our cells there while we had our lunch, and well, the rain still continued.
So some of us decided to ride even in the rain. Few of us, they chose to go by bus. They don't want to take a chance, and the weather was very harsh, so they want to relax for the next day ride.
We did it. Very good. Thank you very much. Never give up.
Today we have so much to talk to each other about how I felt, how I wanted to give up somewhere on the way. Yes, at the end of it, we come and say that, oh man, this was so horrible. But I say that these days we will remember, once we finish the ride, as the most beautiful days, as the most accomplished days of our life in hindsight. But right now, yes, it's a tough ride. We opted for it. We are looking forward for the next day tomorrow. And then today, the place where we are staying is so comfortable. We just want to have a good rest and be ready for tomorrow, irrespective of what the nature is going to throw at us.
Today we started from Sisu to Tenda, Tenda to Kelong, and Kelong to Jespa.
On the way we finally got some good weather, so the sun was out.
We didn't encounter any rain throughout the way. The weather was quite pleasant and the terrain was also not that much difficult.
Roads were quite good and also the weather became quite sunny and the ride was so beautiful. The river Chandra, which was flowing yesterday, we started flowing beside us.
It was so downhill, so we pedaled all the way to Tandi easily, and from Tandi we went to Keelong.
And it has been quite crazy of sorts because number one, we are witnessing the total change in the landscape. The whole day it was between getting cold and getting hot.
जैसा लग रहा है अभी जाते।
आज थोड़ी जाके कुछ धूप निकल पाई है, तो देखते हैं धूप भी कैसी लगती है।
So far it was easy. I think the easiest of 3 days.
Later on we took a very good lunch in Keelong. The place was quite good. We also got an opportunity to ride through the markets of Keelong and did some last minute shopping, instant shopping you can say.
टिप गाइड 101 की अपने कपड़े लेके आने का।
यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? बताओ यहाँ क्या हो रहा है?
यहाँ शॉपिंग हो रही है।
हम शॉपिंग कर रहे हैं।
चलो सर।
Further from Keelong to Chispa, it was a little tricky ride because the topology is going to play stuff with you, because the journey will look you're running downhill, although it goes the other way around. I think most of the riders were motivated that they are probably riding downhill, but somehow they're paddling along with it. But the journey was approximately like 18 odd kilometers from Keelong to Chispa, and I believe the remaining 9 to 10 kilometers was downhill, and it was really fascinating.
Today's ride was more of a comfort ride. We were on the road most of the time. The day was not as wet, or it was pretty good. There was sunlight today and we could dry ourselves up for a while, which was very good. That after 2 days of run, which was quite wet. Now, as I understand, tomorrow we have a very big ride in front of us.
It was really important to have this day because yesterday was really heavy for us because of the cold and all the rains that we went through and the chill that the whole body went through. And tomorrow is going to be really hard day again. We have to climb Baralacha. So we needed a day in between that should have gone really well. And I think I really enjoyed this day thoroughly.
Today's important thing is to rest well, eat well, sleep well, and be ready for tomorrow.
All set for Baralachla?
Looks like a good day today. Yeah.
Yesterday our ride was to the majestic Baralachla Pass, and I was all prepared. I was all set to do Baralachla ki aaj to ye karna hai.
We all started up together at around 7 AM. I did initial half up to Darcha quite fast. I think I reached at around 8:30. Then we waited for our teammates. They also joined up.
We are already on the hills of Darcha, so let's see. Team is doing very nice and hard work, so we are really happy they all are communicating it well, targeting each other, supporting each other. So guys, let's conquer Baralachla today.
God bless. Thank you, Verka.
Then we took a halt at Zingzing Bar, and till then I think I was perfectly fine, and I did 36 kilometers perfectly, and I was feeling good.
जो राजमा मिले
वो भाई बेस्ट सौरभ बेस्ट बहुत बातें जाना
पंजाबी में क्या बोलते हैं? कैंट राजमा ये प्लेट से
राइडर्स हैव लेफ्ट, तो वो लोग अभी जिंगजिंग बार क्लाइंब कर रहे हैं. वी आर hoping that we'll hit Baralachla by 4.
After Zingzing Bar, it was till Baralachla, it was 21 kilometers. So when I started, after 9 kilometers, 10 kilometers, I was feeling lack of oxygen. I was not able to pedal at all.
Initial 11 kilometers was nice, but as you move on upward, things gets more demanding, more challenging, because oxygen level keep on dipping down.
There is almost no oxygen there. There is continuous climb from Jinjin Bar. The 22 kilometer is almost climb and climb.
Only 250-meter distance I had to stop and take rest because the oxygen in the air was decreasing quite much.
One more problem was like there were many trucks and vehicles moving around.
The last 4 kilometers of the pass, they were so treacherous, and apart from pollution, you faced difficulty of gravel, slush, stones. You had to ride upon it.
The whole energy was exhausted, and that is where, I mean, when you cross those limits, you are exhausted, you want to give up because you are already really tired, but still there is something in you that wants you to keep going and say that, okay, you have to complete this. That is where you find those hidden reserves of energy inside you, and it like you just stand for a moment, focus, take a deep breath, relax your muscles and just keep going.
It was a longish ride and it was a tough ride. We all knew that, but complacency had set in. So we saw man and machine both break down at various points. And I think that's where the support system for the ride is so important. We had a very active and proactive support system wherein people at various points of the drive were looked after pretty well. I think that's very commendable. Overall, after this, even the best thing was that the weather stood by our side. So it was overall a great day, and people will remember this all their life, as I think.
I'm really happy and feeling proud of doing this, one of the challenging parts of the trip, and it has boosted my confidence a lot.
The pass has transformed me as a human being. I can take up further challenges of life very easily. So this is what sports teaches us.
I think for me it was an amazing journey because, you know, as they say, when you conquer a mountain, you don't really conquer a mountain, you conquer yourself.
और वही की हालचाल कुड़िए ये लो जल्दी आओ मेरा पिया घर आया और आज ये डिस्ट्रिक्ट साइकिल लो आई विल पार्क इट गुड वन बहुत बढ़िया भाई
By 8 a.m. everyone had a breakfast. We were all geared up for our next destination, Nakila Pass. So around 9 we started, after like everyone was pumped up. So we started at 9.
After completing Baralacha, it was like we had already exhausted ourselves, and then we see these two important things that we had to do. One was the Gata loops and other was the Nakila after that.
The first few initial kilometers were quite ups and downs patches type. It was a very easy and a very comfortable ride. Later on the 21 Gata loop started. Before that we also faced some new road making people in between. So there was quite off-road type cycling.
Oh my God! CI helping a wrangler stuck in the riverbed.
Cycle Adventure India ने गाड़ी निकलवा दी, गाड़ी फंस गई थी नीचे. Now we are moving ahead to our destination.
We moved along. So initial was a down ride. But there were a lot of bumpy road. There was some construction going on. So we covered that in 2 hours or so.
मजा आ रहा है. जितने रोड खराब उतना ही मजा.
Then when we started for 21 curves, which we known as Gata loops, it was amazing.
So at Gata loops, everything comes differently. Actually, everyone have to spread out because everyone will ride at their own pace. So I was riding. So now we were getting spread out as the time moves on.
जो मेरी 60 to 70% एनर्जी थी वो घाटा लूप्स के 2-3 लूप्स पहले रह गई थी. But the motivation of my team, they made me to do this.
When the 21 Gata loops completed, I couldn't imagine that they are completed. I could only realize when there was a board put over there that there is the end of the 21 Gata loops.
And I was happy and I thought like it's over, now it's done. So I was just about to enjoy, then I met our support vehicle. They said it's not over, you still have around 1.5 hour uphill ride.
After crossing Gata loops, we were aiming for Nakila. We cycled for some time, but then it started looking really distant.
कैसा लग रहा है?
So I'm almost about to reach Nakila Pass, and I'll be reaching there soon.
पानी खींचने के लिए जान निकल जाती है।
सीरियसली उस टाइम बोलने का मन भी नहीं कर रहा है। ये तो
अभी तो भंगड़ा पाना है।
अरे अभी डाउनफॉल आए, जब डाउनहिल आएगा ना तभी भंगड़ा पाऊंगी अब मैं।
After that, there were quite zigzag roads which ultimately led us to Nakila Pass. Reaching Nakila Pass was quite fulfilling, and it gave me a lot of confidence.
Nakila was quite a tougher thing, and once we reached Nakila, and it was too good and it's too cold too, and we cruised down.
After Nakila, it was amazing. It was amazing downhill. Every MTB rider can enjoy in downhill from Nakila to Whiskey Nala.
It was very challenging. I mean, starting from the gutter loops and the uphill after that, it tested the inner strength. And somehow I was able to do it. Perhaps it was my day.
Whiskey Nala at night was actually tough because you have only these tents and the toilet is open air, so and it gets really freezing cold at night. Everything, the water around us was frozen.
Check this out. How it looks. The whole water is frozen. Everything is frozen up, and the sun has just come up. और अभी हम बाहर आके खड़े हैं. Yeah, waiting for the weather to be conducive for riding, and then we'll leave.
As expected, Whiskey Nala was very chilling, cold in the morning. We have to start little late, so we started around 9 AM in the morning. Everybody had a breakfast.
It was quite a long ride involving more than 80 kilometers. We started from Whiskey Nala and went straight up to Khardungla Pass. It was a 5-kilometer steep climb, but it was a real test of will and inner strength.
So we reached Khardungla quite early, and we had very good photograph session over there.
I am glad that I have completed all 4 passes so far. So that was done by 11 AM. Then I waited for my team colleague. They had joined me at around 11:30. We had group photos. We had a great fun. Then we all started together for I think 20-kilometer downhill. But it was off-roading. We have to be careful.
So guys, it is Pang, and what to tell you, we had an accident. A rider tripped from the bike and fell on the road, and he had multiple injuries on his head and nose. We picked him up and brought him to Army Hospital, which is in the Pang, a small unit. There was a medical officer available, so we उनको दिखा के लाए वहाँ पे, and yeah, save हो गया, इतना नुकसान नहीं हुआ, but it could have been fatal.
After reaching Pang, we had a light lunch as we had further hike of 4 to 5 kilometers.
Then I think we started around 1 PM for a 5-kilometer ride to Moreh Plains, and it was comparatively easier than the morning one.
Almost around 40 to 45 kilometers. It was more plains, but it was not at all easy, plain ride.
We thought 40 kilometers of more plain and it is going to be really easy, but we faced the head-on winds, and just imagine we had to actually pedal downhill. How many times have you heard that you need to pedal to go downhill, So it was really getting hard.
It was a beautiful scenery, some 500-meter broad plains on both the sides. Bare hills were rising.
But for future riders, I will always suggest that don't take it for granted, because it has its own challenges. It's a flat road with miles in front of you, and at times it might end up boring. But then you have the boulevard of distant brown mountains, where you really feel very nostalgic at times. You feel at peace. You feel the serenity, which we say in true sense, that you're driving all by yourself and no one in front of you or no one following you.
Riding in the More Plains was quite a dream, long cherished by me, and it got fulfilled.
In the end, the day went fine and we had to prepare for the next day, which is Khardungla, and I suppose the highest pass in all these in the complete journey. Really excited. The last incline.
The ride from Debring to Ramsey started with the inclination towards the pass, which is at the altitude of almost 17,500 feet.
Right from the homestay, the climb started. It was almost more than 21 kilometers straight climb to the pass.
It was just amazing. The most dry place I have ever seen. And the journey to reach Khardungla and passing through these More plains and everything, it felt like India's answer to Grand Canyons and all those places that we have seen in movies. There is nobody around, it's all dry, barren, and these breeze is blowing, and then you maybe just squint your eyes around.
Last 3 or 4 kilometers were difficult because of lack of oxygen.
Every curve, at every 500-meter distance, I felt that when will the pass will come, when will the pass will come. But after reaching the pass, I was so overjoyed.
Only Khardungla out of all these passes had a 360-degree view. You could stand over there and everything looked below you, and it was just amazing.
Done it! I am feeling at the top of the world. I have done it. Thank you, Cycle Adventure India.
It was physically demanding, but perhaps somehow I was able to do it with all my teammates.
Bro, I thought I'll give up, but my credit goes to Saurav. Because of Saurav, I did this.
The last pass of this trip, of course, Khardungla is a bonus, but now it's all downhill, so I think I'm relieved. कच्चे सुखा लो, बहुत दिनों के बाद धूप मिली है।
कच्चे को सुखा लो।
Well, after the accident, better today. Let's see how the day progresses, but the pains are there all over the body.
Finally,
broken nose.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's one of the lifetime experience that I've been feeling, and I would really love to come back with this group one more time.
I am feeling better because we have come to a lower altitude, and I look forward to have a hot water shower once we reach Leh.
It's about to finish. Rather, I'm pained to finish it. Why it is finishing?
So this would be the last day of the complete ride, which we start from Ramsey and we would finish at Leh.
Ride from Ramsey to Leh was for 80 kilometers, but one fact which made it a delight was that it was almost downhill apart from a few places.
Downhill was amazing. I think was about 35 kilometers. I enjoyed the serene beauty of mountains.
There are these huge mountains, and you're just like you're going through those mountains, and there is a river next to you, and these mountains have brilliant colors. I mean, purple or green, multiple shades are there.
The road till Upsi was completely downhill, but after Upsi, the road kept going up and down.
We thought, basically I thought कि अभी तो कोई incline आने नहीं वाला, so I was very much happy. But suddenly after reaching Leh, after Karu, it was a gradual incline started. बढ़िया, हम ले आ गए हैं और सौरभ का साइकिल पंचर हो गया है.
सारे के सारे पासेस निकाल दिए.
सारे पास निकल गए.
ले पहुंचते टाइम पंचर मारा.
Yeah, so I would say don't take this day very lightly. Initial 60 kilometers I would say is very relaxing, but last 20 kilometers were some challenging. There are many uphills around. So around I would say 12 kilometers to Leh was very challenging. There was continuous big uphill ride and it took lot of energy from us.
We enjoyed the ride. The Indus was flowing on the left, and there were ragged mountains on the right side, and there were monasteries on the way, Tikse Monastery and Shea Monastery.
But we came back to be hit by the pollution, the vehicle, traffic, people, which we were blissfully, absolutely away from for so many days.
मतलब पहुंचते पहुंचते लेने एक बारी ले ली कि भाई इतनी आसानी से नहीं, अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ. It's not the end yet.
एक बंदा होता है, उसका नाम होता है सिम. जैसे सिम कार्ड होता है ना, वैसा टाइम में वीडियो नहीं लेता है, उसी टाइम में लेता है जब उसकी फटीकी होती है.
Sir, your thoughts? Your thoughts on this? Coming back to civilization, seeing the green trees again. The whole picture changed from what we saw the last 5-6 days, and reaching Leh was a big happy ending.
Coming Leh was definitely a different feeling because इसी के लिए we were preparing. We gave our blood and sweat to just reach to Leh from Manali. So it was really good experience. After reaching Leh, after reaching this hotel Khardungla, I just loved this place. And one thing that is definitely I'll recommend, that Cycle Adventures India ka stay, you cannot give a second thought. Iनके stay is food and everything is just amazing. So just go for it.
Today was the last day of the ride. It's a straight climb of some 40 kilometers. Right from the hotel we are staying in, steep climb starts.
Leh is at pretty low height and Khardungla is the highest of them all. So within a day we had to cover one way around 36 to 38 kilometers, and that was pretty demanding, you know.
We were briefed that you have to get up by 5:30 and by hook or crook we have to start by 6 p.m. because we have to reach Khardungla by 2:30 p.m.
After leaving the town, it was a gradual and a steady uphill climb. The roads were very good, and it was really very good to pedal on those roads. There was a wonderful view of the Shanti Stupa from the top, from the eastern side of. So we also clicked wonderful pictures over there. The ride was wonderful. Afterwards, that we reached South Pullu.
This is the grand finale for me, and yeah, I'm sure I will be able to conquer. There's no double thoughts for me.
After South Polo, Khardungla was 14 kilometers only, and the last 5 kilometers were quite challenging. The road was broken, there were potholes and steep climbs also. Oxygen level was critically low.
And it was very demanding, you know. The last 5 kilometers, it was not really ending. I mean, I was kind of feeling a little tired and exhausted. And those last, when I saw those flags, that is when my energy actually came back, and I really enjoyed the part that this journey is finally completed and we have achieved what we were out for.
So actually, today I didn't take much break. I want to do, as I said, I want to do it to my best level. So I was keep riding and riding. I didn't bother about my pain, whichever I'm feeling. And the grand finale, for me, it was a grand finale. I completed for my daughter, and I think this video will be immortal for her. She will see it and she might feel inspired with this for her lifetime. Maybe she will become better than me. I wish.
Ultimate, top of the world. Kar har maidan fateh. This is what I'm feeling now. I will give a special thanks to you guys, Rohan Paji, Mandir, Gill Paji. All have supported. They have done outstanding job. Even my teammates, they have given, like, they keep on pushing me, motivated me. Without them, I haven't able to. I never have thought of completing this.
It was a lifelong dream to ride to the pass, and today I make it. I am 66 years old and in my 67th year, and I know that after 65 life is a bonus. Whatever you have to do, please come out, make yourself fit and enjoy life. दोबारा बनाने पड़ेंगे भाई।